And the Umayyad Caliphate returns again. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we'll look into a scenario in which the Umayyad Caliphate returns in 2023. And yeah, there's some remnants of countries, and a few of them they basically just go to war with. And well, yeah, at the same time, because for some reason they have their military all over the place. Guys, I don't know if they would, but let's say they do. Yeah, I'm sure Russia likes what they're doing. I'm sure they do. Why am I sure they do? Well, somebody helps them. Well, two people help them, actually. Fine, only one person helps them. Or just two. Let's see, what does the world decide? Well, Russia says we'll help you, and so does India. Yeah. As if you expected that. But the first place they're ready to campaign in being the middle of nowhere. And while their campaign in North Africa is a full success, showing the world they're not to be messed with. Then, well, India attacks Pakistan, shocker. Then they help India. Then they move into Central Asia. Why do they? Because they can. And they take some of the land in the middle of the Aral Sea. Then them and Russia take this out. Khazaria, and some lands from Pakistan went to India, making almost a straight line. Maybe they'll go to war and fix these borders. I don't know. Maybe they will. With France saying, well, we will drive them out, with them making an alliance. France, Spain, Andorra, Italy, and they managed to get Turkey and Greece to help them. But this is problematic because, well, nobody else in the Balkans cares. And, well, we have one problem. Bulgaria said hi. Wait, what? Yep. Bulgaria and Romania say hi. Why did they both? Hungary says hi. Slovakia says hello. Kosovo and Albania say hello. Serbia says hello. Montenegro. And well, two more nations say hello. Croatia and Slovenia. And Bosnia just says, we'll do nothing. With Macedonia having a coup and being forced on this side. And well, Moldova does nothing. And everybody's like, what's going on in the Balkans? Now everybody sees, well, this is just great. There's a mess in the Balkans. With the Turkish offensive going well. And they said this was going to drive them all out of Europe. Yeah, you see the irony, right, guys? Drive them out of Europe. You think you can. But they're soon going to be back in Europe, even if you do succeed. With them moving into Galicia, eventually Britain comes to its senses and says, well, we can help. Germany and Poland say, really, they're way too soon. And Ukraine says, well, that is true. Like, they really think they'll win, but they didn't build up their militaries first, basically. With Britain landing and taking Lisbon, with Iberia being a grave. And well, yeah. With the Battle of Madrid breaking out and being a defeat, the red team, the blue team continues its advance into Iberia. Landing on these islands with Italy saying, time to do some colonialism. Italy. Really? With this happening, but everyone knows what's going to happen. The Balkans are waiting for the prime moment. And well, why Romania helped Bulgaria? I don't even know. At this point, I don't even think I understand what the Balkans are. Yeah. With them landing here to cut off this, they take this island and then they continue island hopping. They take out Italy's navy as they move to the coast here. And then they take Rome and Naples and, well, the southern part of Italy. With Croatia and Slovenia ready as they meet up with Romanian forces. Why is Romania even helping Bulgaria? Well, I guess they are. Being kind, maybe. Or maybe they know who's going to win. Which it turns out to be the part they know they're going to win. With France being like, really, Balkans? You had to do this? You messed up the plans. With Britain saying, well, if you fail in Iberia, I'm leaving. With France saying, well, we won't fail. Well, maybe we will. And well, with Lisbon falling back as the Brits and French are defeated. Spain is saying, am I going to get my country back, basically? With this attempt completely failing and Italy being a laughing joke. But Italy is the one that had the last laugh. As it turns out, there's no blood spent with Italy, basically. With the fall of the Spanish front, France says, well, Britain, we're still winning. With the fall of Spain and Iberia. And well, a movement in the southern France, actually having all of the southern part of France, which they get thirsty, so they continue moving as they take Paris. And as France always does when they lose Paris, they surrender. And Britain is like, well, it's a good time to leave. And Poland said, why didn't we help anyone? They're all dead because of us not doing anything. And Germany's like, really, we can't win this war. And so they lands as Hungary loses significant land. France loses significant land. Italy is gone. Great. Some of these states just gain land, like Croatia, Slovenia formed, Romania, Moldova, but they don't really sign any guarantees of their security, which will come back to bite them in the long run. But in the long run, it'll come back to bite them. I don't even get to do it. Yep. And in the long run, it'll come back to bite them, because they should have signed some kind of an alliance with them, or security guarantees, but they didn't. So Benelux, France, Germany, Poland, Hungary, Austria, Czechia, Bosnia, Ukraine all signed a pact of defense. In a way, this is a great job. And well, they're all safe from anyone's aggression. Well, these nations are naive and think they can trust them. But then somebody realizes Croatia, Slovenia to join this pink team, so they don't get forced against a stronger team. Britain joins, and yeah, it can form. A revolt happens in Russia, who has somehow lost Crimea. But you know. And then in Chechnya, right guys, as I just said, Chechnyan rebels rise up in Russia for the second time, along with Dagestan rebels. Why do they rise up? To join. Which, quickly, this leads to war with Russia. Russia declares war. And they get an ally of Kazakhstan to help. The Chechnyan group decides to join another group. But what they didn't realize was they were ready for this war, as they move into Abkhazia and take what they lost. And, well, they move into Kazakhstan spearheading. And they take all of this, with them starting another major spearhead towards Astana. As they move up, they take the city, and then they spearhead this way, with these lands almost unprotected falling. That doesn't look good for the fall of this empire. And well, security guarantees aren't necessarily actual, because there's none. So what Bulgaria and Albania and Romania think they're safe. But in actuality, they all get war declared on, because they're supposedly supporting Russia. With Europe seeing this as major, as they move up to their puppet state. As Romania is pretty much in trouble. With them for some reason saying, well, we need to take some of Russia's land. With them moving into Crimea. And Ukraine says, Russia, well, we may not like each other, but I think our team has to help you. But the problem is that, well, this is intentional, as they're fully ready for confrontation. They think they are. They probably aren't. Well, they're trying to unify all of the Arab world. Now they're in Europe, which is a different part of the globe. Well, they're finally coming out that they have plans to invade China and India. China and India joins this war, which the world doesn't realize. That for some reason they gave votes across a lot of Arab countries. Yeah, and a few of them vote to join. And yeah. But these countries are strong countries. And, well, they have weapons that the world can't do anything about. With France being invaded hard for the second time. South France invades France. With them moving into Austria and moving into Bavaria. With this happening, with Hungary falling. As Ukraine loses Crimea again. And well, India is invaded. In the north especially. And especially here. Well, it's not great. With China unable to stall the advance as Tibet starts to fall more and more under their control. With India deciding to switch sides. Why would they do this? Because they had no choice, they say. With this being an unstoppable country, it now appears. With them having fully transformed India's views on this war. With them getting insurgents in Xinjiang to help them. As now it's seen how well they actually prepared. As big blobs are showing up here. And well, yeah. Well, the world did not expect this. Well, about to die. To keep power, they listened to their anti-war. Kazakhstan has to surrender. And well, it does not look good for Russia. And it also does not look good for southern Ukraine. Which they meet up with this spearhead. Well, Germany is shocked at how bad it goes. As they move in the Polish territories. And while they finally take the rest of North France out as they surrender. Why did they surrender? Because they were forced to. With Benelux falling and Germany telling Poland this was a mistake. That we thought we could take them on with this team. Maybe we weren't meant to. Is what they're thinking. But they continue fighting. As Ukraine and Poland are split apart. With Germany surrendering. Well, then again, that kind of makes sense. But they weren't even defeated. Let's see, will they get punished like they were? With Romania giving up, but Ukraine says we shall never give up. So does Russia. They then persuade Belarus to help. With a winter coming, which is great news. As they're able to, with Polish and German resistance, pick up speed. With them even getting their troops to do this. With them saying the Soviet Union will return, but not unified, probably. With Ukraine saying, you want to fight? With Russia and Ukraine saying, who will get Crimea after this? Let's just make it both of ours. Why would they do that? I don't know. With them getting pushed back all the way to their border. With the German installed government and Polish installed and Ukrainian installed giving up. Moving here. And then here. They managed to take out Austria. And well, that's as far as they can get. Without having problems. But Russia now makes an offensive here. And with Russia doing their last offensive. As they managed to retake Azerbaijan and most of Georgia and Armenia, they signed for Africa as their last goal. And well, for some reason they want Eritrea and Djibouti, South Sudan, they want the Central African Republic, Nigeria, Cameroon, and basically all in North Africa. But they don't want Ethiopia. Why don't they? Well, they just don't. With them slamming through the desert. And them taking out, with South Sudan collapsing under the pressure. Mali and surrender start happening, but Nigeria is ready for action, fighting, and liberation. But the only problem is it possible? If they aren't stopped in the future ever, well, they're in trouble. They also took over the Balkans, and a lot of land. With Ukraine illegally annexing an area. Shocker. They annexed this. With Russia annexing an area. With Poland annexing. And well, scary enough, German annexations. Yep. But with them getting forces here and setting up a defensive through Guinea and Sierra Leone. With them retreating slowly out. With these forces advancing to stop it. This defensive. There are more and more forces through. Too. With this defensive being set up. They also have plans to get the defensive set up here. So they advance. And well, they have a defensive setup. But the only problem is that right here it lacks. So they went right through. With them doing this, so quickly these forces retreat to the backup line, which was about here. They have another backup there and backup here. Like, they have 3 backups with 2 left. Yeah, and their second backup, they advance towards. With all this pressure from millions and millions of people. They fall to the final defensive. They're really easy to hold. Nigeria and nations are showing that they are strong. But they have one last. Nigeria does in Cameroon. And Benin makes one. And well, they meet for peace. With them living, the rest not. But with them knowing they're coming back, they join an alliance. But this is basically all they did in this video. Not much more shall we worry. Well, I'm saying if you expand any further, we'll all go to war with you. With them taking this threat well. And not doing anything. To the WATO. No, not WATO. WTO. World Treaty Organization. Which is stronger than them. And so, they kind of relent on their expansionist campaign. As they know, if a war between them breaks out, they have no power. So they start building up their militaries. And advancements in technology come faster. As it's a good time for technology advancements to happen. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. That's all for today's video. Please like and subscribe and comment. Why should you subscribe? We're 51 subscribers away from 250. And we need to get there April 1st. Got it, guys? And our next month's goal is going to be crazy at 350. So, yeah. 350. But it might be 300 depending on how far we get. But yeah. So please like and subscribe and comment and much more. As that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment. And that's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out.